Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Game Sack. Now this week we're going to talk about puzzle games, and why are we talking about puzzle games this week, Dave?
Well, because puzzle games are awesome, for the most part. And every system that's been released has at least one or two puzzle games on it.
No, the 32X doesn't have any puzzle games at all.
Sure?
Yeah, I have most of the 32X games.
I thought every 32X game was a puzzle game.
Why the hell would you say that?
Well, it's puzzling to first place why the 32X was even released.
Anyway, we're talking about puzzle games this week, and which puzzle game are we looking at first?
We're going to start with the granddaddy of them all, Tetris.
And let's go to Dave for some more Tetris info.
Okay, we're starting off with Tetris, as we said just a second ago. And as you know, Tetris has been released on many systems, and it's been released many times in many forms. What I have here are versions of Tetris that I personally own. There are more out there.
So let's get to it!
Tengen Tetris is a very solid entry for Tetris on the NES. Good graphics and great music and a lot of options for a NES game, such as 2-player co-op and versus. Also co-op and versus with the computer. The 2-player aspect of this game and the short shelf life is what makes it so desirable for players and collectors. Tetris that was published by Nintendo is an awesome game. Great music and a great cast of Nintendo characters at the end of Mode B make this a Tetris game with a Nintendo feel. Tetris on the Game Boy is basically the same game as Nintendo's NES version, but made in 4 shades of gray. This version is my favorite just based on nostalgia. The nostalgia of getting my Game Boy on Christmas and playing this game almost straight for the next year with Castlevania Adventure and Super Mario Land. Long trips on summer vacation getting into the 200 plus lines. Ah, the memories. V Tetris for the Virtual Boy was a great game as well. The poor color palette and the painful 3D made me want to play this game very minimally. This is one game I would buy if it was released on the Nintendo 3DS Virtual Console. 3D Tetris on the Virtual Boy is a lackluster try at making Tetris different. Stacking Tetronimos vertically is just as hard as it sounds and just as boring. Tetris and Dr. Mario on the SNES is a great compilation. 2 awesome games in one package. An awesome 2-player versus mode makes this a great game. Tetris 2 for the SNES is Nintendo's attempt at evolving the Tetris formula. This failed miserably as the game is just not fun. The Tetrominos can split apart when they hit the bottom of the playfield, and they have bombs placed inside the pieces that explode areas of the stack. Maybe I love the original Tetris formula too much to even consider this advancement. Tetris Attack for the SNES is a good game, but damn, it is not Tetris. Why they threw the Tetris name on it, I don't know. Oh wait, I do know. It's because the Tetris name is a money cow. This isn't Tetris, but it is enjoyable. The new Tetris on the N64 is just what you think it is. Tetris that was new in 1997. Nothing special here. New backgrounds and new music, and all of them are forgettable. Sega Tetris for the Dreamcast is Tetris by Sega, obviously. Nothing new here, just same old awesome Tetris. This game is super difficult as the speed that the Tetronimos fall is blazing fast right at the beginning. Now, I can't read Japanese, so maybe somewhere in the options there is a toggle for the speed of the Tetrominos, which would help make this game more enjoyable. Oh, and if it was made by Nintendo, it would be infinitely more enjoyable. Tetris DS on the DS is one great package. A lot of new game modes, and most of them are enjoyable. Online multiplayer and Nintendo nostalgia through and through make this a must-have for any Nintendo fan. I own multiple copies just because. Tetris Party Deluxe on the Wii is a great game with all you would want in a Tetris game. Almost. It has lots of play modes and a great online community. The only thing I don't like is that it wasn't made by Nintendo, so sadly no Nintendo fanboy goodness.
Okay, and that's it for the take on Tetris for me. Now we're going to go over to Joe with some games that are not Tetris. Hey Joe, you ready? Hey Joe, wake up!
Oh, is it time to talk about columns for the Sega Genesis?
I can't believe you're sleeping.
Well, yeah, you were talking about it for what seemed like hours.
It was like 5 minutes.
Like 5 hours.
Well, you've got a lot of games to cover, so you might as well get going.
I do. I've got a lot of non-Tetris games, well, mostly non-Tetris games to cover, so here's what I know. Columns is Sega's attempt to cash in on the Tetris craze. The object of the game is to match any 3 colors in a row, column, or even diagonally. You can swap the color orders, but you can't rotate the columns that fall. The game really likes chain reactions. It's not a horrible game, but with only 1 mega power, you'll want to stay away. Columns 3 was released by Vic Tokai. I have no idea what happened to Columns 2. Maybe somebody can let us know the story on that one. Columns 3 follows the same basic formula as Columns 1, but with better music and more play modes. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine is a US localization of a game called Puyo Puyo made by a company called Compile. Compile is awesome. In fact, they programmed Alien Crush, Devil's Crush, and Jackie Crush pinball games for Naxat, which we talked about a few episodes ago. They also made Musha and many other great games. The object of this game is to link any 4-colored jelly globs in any order whatsoever. It is fantastic fun and it's probably my favorite puzzle game of this nature. I don't care about the Dr. Robotnik nonsense, but this game is great. It absolutely loves chain reactions, and that is the key to winning. Here is Dr. Mario on the NES. You need to match up the pills with the same color virus to eliminate them. Tons of people love this game to death, and I'm not sure why. Maybe because I'm not very good at it? No, that's certainly not it. The reason people love this game so much is because it teaches children that drugs are the answer to all the world's problems. Also, where the hell did Mario get his PhD? He sure sucks at dispensing drugs, he just does it randomly. I'm gonna sue his bastard ass for malpractice. Dr. Mario on the Game Boy is apparently kind of fun, according to its fans. I'm not very good at it, as you can tell. The Game Boy makes it really tough because there aren't any colors to match up. Screw this. Kirby's Avalanche is a great game. Why? Because it's a Super Nintendo version of Puyo Puyo, just with silly Kirby characters instead of Dr. Robotnik characters. Is there some law that says Puyo Puyo is not allowed to be sold in the US untouched? This version is much easier than Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, and the music isn't quite as good, but it's still the best game of this type on the system. Okay, this is my first time playing Wario's Woods ever. I've never even heard of this game until now, so let's see what we have to do here. I guess we're supposed to stack these guys. Ooh, look, I can walk up. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's not very clear. What the hell happened over there on the left? I don't understand what is going on in this game. It makes absolutely no sense. Where is Wario? And I don't know what I'm... Look, I lost. I don't like this game. I disapprove. Dr. Mario 64 is very similar to Dr. Mario on the NES, but the graphics have been upgraded slightly and so has the sound. If you look really close, you can see and hear the difference. This version adds a cheat mode by default where you can see where the pills will land before you even drop them. It's not horrible, but I say no to drugs because this game does not meet with my holier-than-thou moral standards.
They're starting an official Puzzle League tournament, and you are selected as one of the challengers.
I'll go sign up. Pick-a-pee.
Alright, this is Pokemon's Puzzle League for the N64. I don't know what I'm doing here. Game over. Try again. Yeah, I'll try again. I'll do better this time. I can feel it. I'm gonna do it right this time. Let's see. Yes, did I do it? Did I do it? Yeah, the game's celebrating because I won. Stage cleared. Alright, I think I beat the game. Wait. There's more? Crap. What do I do here? I think I did it right. I think I did. What? Game over? I'm gonna pick no. And this is Tetris for the PSP from EA Sports. It's in the game! Anyway, this is a really good version of Tetris, and Dave doesn't own this version, but I do, so that's why I'm talking about it. It's pretty good, it's fun, it doesn't look bad. You can get it on the PS3 as well. I'm not sure if it's available for the Xbox 360, but I imagine it is. And this is a good version to play on the go. My girlfriend likes it a lot, so download it. It's $5. Alright, here we have Meteos for the Nintendo DS. I've never played this one before, but it's supposed to be a great puzzle game. Let's try Simple. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have never tried this. Let's start the game and see how this works. Alright, there's dancing things on top, garbled graphics on the bottom. None of the buttons seem to work. Ooh, I did something when I touched the screen there. Maybe if I touch it a little more. I'm not sure what's going on or what the point is. What the hell? I'm touching... what do I do? What do I do? I don't understand this. I don't like this at all. This game sucks my ass. And thanks for tuning into this week's episode of GameSack, where we talked about a lot of boring puzzle games.
Wasn't that bad. I really like the puzzle games. But wait till you see what we got next week.
Why? What?
We're going to talk about games based on movies.
You mean like games based on Jurassic Park, or all
yeah.
games based on movies with Sylvester Stallone in them?
Yeah, and Arnold Schwarzenegger too.
We are not doing an episode based on movie games next week.